Hello, all of my beautiful earth signs. That's Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Welcome to this reading. I'm just going to jump right in. I'm so thankful that you're here. I've prayed over the cards already because I only have a 15-minute time limit on these readings right now until I reach 1,000 subscribers. So please like, share, and subscribe if you like the reading. So what I've done is I've pre-shuffled the cards, I've prayed over them. I'm starting with my Starman Tarot deck. Usually I just use Oracle cards, but I'm dipping my toe into Tarot for you. I'm just going to jump right in for you. And the first one that came out was King of Cups. The second one that came out almost immediately was Two of Wands. And the one that was hiding was the Sacred Clown, which is the Fool from the normal Tarot. And taking these cards together, I'm just going to read this kind of as a spread for you. It gave me the impression that you are starting something new, and that's so exciting because the Fool energy, it's the 0 of the tarot deck, and the Fool energy is all about starting something new, not being foolish as in just doing like whatever the heck comes to mind, but starting fresh, not having all this baggage to bring along with you for how things are going to go. You don't really have a background in it. You're coming into it as a neutral, I'll say. So I feel like you're starting something new and you're very excited and you're very balanced with your masculine and feminine energies, like the go get 'em and also the nurturing of yourself. So just make sure that as you're moving through this phase of newness, that you are tending to not just go, 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 but you're also tending to, okay, what does my heart want? What do I need? When do I need to rest? When do I need to eat? And really taking care of yourself as you're launching this new thing. And the Two of Wands and the King of Cups are all about stepping into that new venture, moving forward, but also knowing that you can rely on yourself, knowing that you're dependable and trusting yourself and trusting that you have your highest and greatest good in mind. So these three cards just boom started this reading for you where I just feel like, okay, let's go. Now's the time. We're also, as I'm doing this reading, even though they're not time specific, we're approaching a new moon, and that's a great time to set intentions, to start something new, to also plant the seed of intention, to plant the seeds for whatever it is you're doing. Write things down. I'm seeing journaling, I'm seeing planning. Get out your scheduler and really start putting down your goals, writing things down, being methodical, because you don't want to miss a step. I'm hearing don't miss a step. That's very exciting energy to be starting out, that things are really starting to pick up. And I do feel like, so this can come in different ways. Like it can either be a new relationship, a new business venture. I do feel like I'm speaking to someone who is specifically starting a new business venture or thinking about changing careers, that you've taken the steps to really close out the old cycle, to really say goodbye and not burn bridges, but to close old chapters, and you're now ready to take that new step, and you can depend on yourself. You've done the work, you have the background, you've done the research. So I feel like you can really move forward without fear of the future. Take it as it resonates for you, but I do feel like I'm speaking to somebody specifically about a career or business venture. Now, for something totally different, for my next trick, for something totally different for you beautiful earth signs, I'm choosing a spirit animal card from Colette Baron Reed. Is this one? Is this the one? I think so. Oh, Number 23, Eagle Spirit. Spirit has your back. You are not just a bird ready to take flight. You are the eagle. Like you are, to me, the king of the birds. The bald eagle is the symbol of America, which is where I come from. Hey. But also just like this very regal bird that is not to be messed with. I'm also thinking of Sam the Eagle from the Muppets, where he's very serious and he always says something really pithy, and he's kind of a he oversees the ridiculousness of the Muppets. So I feel like there is this energy coming through where you are really standing in your power, and that is so exciting. I'm so excited for you. My energy is getting so lifted up for you that you are ready to take flight. The eagle in this image, its wings are kind of back. They're not fully folded down, but they're not extended. They're back as if he's just, I don't know why I'm saying he, but he's just about to take flight. And he's wearing the crown, and the way that his beak is going, it's almost this knowing Mona Lisa smile. So I feel like there's something that you've been holding your cards close to your chest about this venture, and you've been going through the internal planning phase. And so it's like, but maybe not so many other people know, and you know that you have the power. Whew. And that 23, that's big change, baby. And I'm sorry, I can't remember if it was your reading last week that I did, but recently I did a reading for one of the signs where it was just 5, 5, 5, 5, all this 5 energy change. So if it was you, I'm so excited that there's 5 energy coming out for you again, because that's big change. And you know what? Spirit has your back. You are ready to take flight, and you are so protected, and you are so supported, and I'm super excited to see where this goes. I want to see from the Goddess Power deck, I just want to see if there's anything you need to release, anything that's holding you back. I'm getting that energy where it's like, okay, I want to make sure that I have all my ducks in a row. I want to make sure that I know what I'm doing. I want to make sure that I have some stability before I start this new thing, which is great. Obviously, always follow your heart, but also check in with your head every once in a while. So I've had 3 cards pop out, and already, so I said, the question I was asking was if there was anything that you needed to release, but I think sometimes there's also not only things that you need to release, but it also highlights where your blockages have been, so what you're working toward. And the first one that came out was Sophia, Divine Wisdom, and this is number 47, so this is a 2 energy. And she, to me, when I'm looking in her face, she just looks like this very wise, mature woman whose whole third eye area is really just like, it's not just lit up, it's a crown of jewels. So I do feel like you're being called not only to follow divine wisdom, but also to release your fear of following your intuition. Yes, follow your head. Yes, follow I'm hearing stock market, trends, economy. I feel like there's a lot of research that's been going on, and you're really trying to dot all your I's and cross all your T's. Yes, great. And if this has to do with a romantic relationship, yes, absolutely. We're in an age now where you can find out a lot about people. If you're seeing red flags, use your intuition, use your gut, listen to your heart, listen to your stomach. This is something I recently learned to do, is just really, how am I feeling about this in my body? Because your body will speak to you sometimes before your head realizes what's going on. So I do feel like you have to release any block that you have between yourself, your head, your brain, and your intuition, and really tap into that divine wisdom that you hold within you, because you know what is going to be best for you. You've been around the block enough that you know what's in your best interest, especially starting something new. Only you can decide what's a red flag for you. A red flag for me may be completely different than something for you, but we're on different paths. I'm glad that you're here right now, though, so we can walk along the path together for a little while. The second card that came out, so beautiful, Gaia, Earth. This is number 16, so it's 7 energy. And this one to me, I just got chills all down the right side of my body. You are pregnant with this opportunity, fully pregnant. So where I was talking before about planting the seed, I feel like my guides are laughing and they're saying like, oh, the seed's been planted for a while. Whenever this message gets to you and whenever it resonates with you, just know that you have a you have a fully formed baby on the way. Sure, there's a little bit more time because you are still pregnant with the idea. So there are a few more things that need to happen. But if this baby, the relationship, the business, whatever, if this baby was born today, it would be viable. It would survive. But every passing day that you can get a little bit more prepared will help. But don't use that as a procrastination. So I feel like this is again calling you to balance, to know that you're ready to cross the last of your T's, but also to know that there's a divine timing going on here. And when that baby's ready to be born, it will let you know. And I just hope that you have a very smooth labor. And the third one that came out was number 22, Iris, communication. This is an absolutely beautiful card. It's this beautiful pink energy, excitement. When I think of iris, I'm thinking of the iris of your eye that gets bigger and smaller as your pupils contract. So I feel like there's a message coming through that you need to keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open and also see everything in full color. Don't just see things in black and white. There's going to be a lot of spectrum. There's going to be a lot of wiggle room. So this is also where you're really going to have to rely on your intuition, because things may look like they're in full technicolor. You've just come out of the tornado, you're walking out into Munchkin land, and boom, you're in technicolor. And then you start seeing how nuanced everything is. So really make sure that you're balancing your intuition with seeing everything in its full spectrum. And also communication. Right now, when I'm recording this video, we're in Mercury retrograde. And so it's really important to double check all of your communications. But I feel like you're being called to really keep your eyes and ears open as you're communicating with people. And this, I'm getting the pull in of intuition again, where when you're talking to somebody, don't just listen to what they're saying. Watch how they're saying it. Watch their body language. Are they nervous as they're saying it? I don't know the art of how to tell if somebody's lying in front of you. I forget what show that was where the person could tell that someone was lying just because of like the little tics in their face and stuff. But there are tells that somebody is not being completely honest with you. And while we may not cognitively pick up those tells, our intuition is. Our brainstem, somewhere inside of us, our instincts are picking up whether someone is telling us the truth, whether they're nervous, how they're coming across, if somebody's sweating, if somebody's talking really fast and they're not channeling information for you. You know, these are all kind of red flags. So I do feel like you're being called to look at the full spectrum of communication and not just listening to words. It's going to be all about a full body experience. How do they look? How are they coming across? What is my body telling me? Yeah, I think I just feel like that's the message from this card is don't be naive. Because when we get into this mode of starting something new, sometimes we want so badly for it to lift off and launch that we ignore tells, and we also can be a bit naive. And so in one way, it is good to be the fool, be a blank slate, just like that first card, but also make sure that you are really going in with both eyes open, that you're really taking in the full spectrum of everything, all communication, and that you are trusting your intuition. But yeah, it's time to fly, baby. It's time to lift whatever this is off the ground. You are the eagle. Fly like an eagle. Let the spirit carry me. Steve Miller Band. Look it up. That song just started playing in my head. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me for this reading today. If you'd like to book a private reading, I would love to connect with your energy. Thank you to everyone who has booked a private reading so far. All information on the decks I'm using and on private readings are down below. And I'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye.